Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This is your host, Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. I want to give a shout out to Notification Gang, Key Talk Gang, even though they're really the same thing, for rocking with me every single video. If you listen to my voice right now, go ahead and like the video, hit the notification bell so you get a notification every single time I drop a video. Anyways, Kelsey, which is the best friend, well, the ex-best friend of Megan and Stallion, they were both in a vehicle, whenever the whole incident actually went down with Tory Now, she had to take the stand today, but before she actually got on the stand, her attorney, the girl Kelsey, her attorney said that she would like transactional immunity. Now, if you don't know what transactional immunity is, that means she pretty much was like, hey, man, well, you know what the snitches do whenever they say, hey, if they take a proffer, like if they say, hey, I'm gonna give you these details, I can't be in any type of trouble for any of the stuff that, that I tell you. So pretty much she's saying, hey, man, listen, I'm gonna get on this stand and I'm gonna tell y'all what I know, but hey, if I say anything that could potentially incriminate me, I ain't gonna talk unless you give me the immunity to say that I will not be in trouble for this crime at all, period. Now, that left people scratching. They're like, why in the blue hell would she be trying to take immunity? Why in the blue hell would she be trying to take immunity when in actuality, she's saying she didn't do anything, right? Anyways, and then it also says, I'm reading this directly from, I'm going to read something directly from someone that was a journalist that were inside of the actual, the courtroom while it was happening. It said, one more thing, Kelsey was granted. So the judge did grant her immunity for her testimony on the stand. Anyways, it says, meaning the DA's office cannot use her testimony in this case to prosecute her for a crime. It does not mean they are declining to prosecute her for any criminal conduct they become aware of. Now, so this is a bit tricky because it says they won't use her testimony, against her or prosecute her for her testimony. But then it also says, but if they do figure out that there was some type of criminal activity from her, then they would pretty much be able to prosecute her. So I guess we'll just have to see how that goes. Anyways, and also there were like two key points that actually happened within her testimony before the court actually went, they went on their little break. There was two key points, whether Tory Lanez threatened her and also whether Tory Lanez called her and Megan B's and H's. And this is crazy because at this particular time, whenever the judge asked her that, or whenever the the people asked her that, the girl Kelsey said she pleaded the fifth for both of those questions. So she decided not to answer that, even though she's got her immunity. So she didn't say no, Tory Lanez didn't, he didn't threaten us, and she didn't say no, he didn't call us B's and H's, and also she didn't say yes, he threatened us, or yes, he called us B's and H's. So this obviously means that there's something directly at that point that somebody's hiding within this all. Who knows what other alternative motives, whether anybody's been paid off or anything at all, nobody actually knows, but she definitely did plead the fifth after that. And once she pled the fifth after that question and decided not to answer it, pretty much the court went ahead and went into their little break. And it's just, I would imagine that the tension inside of there is extremely high right now. Anyways, now of course there's going to be more people that actually take the stand and give their testimony. Now me personally, I didn't plan on doing a lot of videos on this particular topic, but it does look like that it is pretty entertaining that's happening right now. It's kind of because we're kind of in the meat of it now. We're not like, for a few years now it's been about Jay said this, da 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 da. Now we're in a part of it where it's like, this is what's it's actuality. This is on the stand talking. So therefore it's getting closer to the actual meat of it all, which of course is going to be the final judgment of what actually happens. So I will make sure just to give y'all just the details that are the juicy details, the important details, the interesting details. So news just reported that the slime life, I'm talking about head honcho, or one of the head honcho, the co-head honcho, Gunna has actually been freed, or potentially about to be freed right now, because he actually pleaded a deal. He took a deal. He pleaded guilty to the RICO charge, and since he did that, they will be releasing him soon. Now the full breakdown on it, we'll get right into it. It says Atlanta rapper Gunna has pleaded guilty to racketeering, conspiracy charge, and a sweeping gang indictment against him, rapper Young Thug, and several other alleged gang members of the Young Slime Life criminal street gang. It says Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Wine was the only television journalist in the courtroom Wednesday as Gunna, whose real name Sergio Kitchens, faced the judge. The rapper entered a negotiation plea known as an Alford plea, in which he pleaded guilty to one charge because it was in his best interest while maintaining his innocence on the same charge. The charge was one count of conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Act. Gunna was sentenced to 5 years with 1 served in prison. The 1-year sentence was commuted to time served, so he got time served for 1 of the years of the 5-year sentence. And then it says the 4-year remaining balance on the sentence has been suspended. God dang, and will be subject to special conditions, including 500 hours of community service. What in the blue hell is going on? Somehow, some way, buddy lawyer had to be pulling, I'm talking about a rabbit out of a hat in real life, because they just said that buddy got his 4-year, so for 5 years total that he got 1 year time served. Makes sense. But then, of course, he got the rest of the 4 years suspended and would be subject to only condition he got special conditions of 500 hours of community service. After the sentence came down, the rapper released a statement saying, "While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in this case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way." Now Gunna came out and said that, but then they doubled back and said, despite saying that he will not testify, it is a condition in Gunna's trial that he testifies if he is called, though he can claim the 5th Amendment. So pretty much, Gunna has the option to do what that Kelsey girl is doing in Megan Thee Stallion case. When she got on the stand and was asked if Tory shot at her, she said, "I plead the 5th, don't want to answer." So, Gunna can get on the stand. He has to get on the stand if they call him to the stand, because of the plea deal that he took. However, he can plead the 5th and just say, "Hey, I don't know, don't want to answer that question." Anyways, so with that all this going on, how do y'all feel about what Kelsey has now came out and said about Megan Thee Stallion? Pretty much saying that she first of all, Kelsey herself said her vision was blurry. Her knowledge of that night was actually blurry as well. But also when it got to the point of them asking if Tory shot her, she pled the 5th. So how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all still feel that Tory didn't do it, or do y'all feel Tory did do it if he did, or if you didn't feel that way? But anyways, and then also, how do y'all feel about Gunna wanna getting out? I'm talking about I don't know, pull the rabbit out of the hat, got a good lawyer, I'm talking about that's what money can do for you. But anyway, then of course it is a state case, not federal. Anyways, let me know something. Comment down below, let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.